It's important for all people to give back, but I think particularly for African American because there's such a struggle that still continues to this day for the African American community. We can't be at a point in life where we say we've arrived and everybody else must do what they need to do to get there. It's important that we all come together and help each other as a community.
People stop me all the time and ask, how can I become a member of your organization? Our slogan is real men giving real time.
I think the one common thread through everyone, irrespective of how accomplished you are, you want to roll up your sleeves and really get involved and give back to the community.
We focus on 5 initiatives, which are called 5 for the Future, which include mentoring, leadership development, education, health and wellness, and economic development.
Mentoring is an important focus of what we do here at the 100 Black Men.
The mentor is somebody you can call up when you maybe having a bad day and just need somebody to talk to, or your mentor is just somebody who can just kind of help you out through life because they already been through it.
What we do is we really try to be those role models that are critical for young men when they are deciding what they want to do.
It's what a lot of kids, all they need is just a little bit of time, somebody assuring them that it's okay what they're doing, and to know that they have somebody that they can call. So basketball, baseball, football, swimming, track, soccer.
I've had the great fortune in my life to have a series of mentors, particularly when I was a younger person, who just either were there for me when I needed someone to listen, were there when I needed advice from someone, or alternatively, if I just needed someone to get in the way. I certainly made my fair share of mistakes.
It feels good to be able to walk outside your door and know that there are strong Black men out there that you can count on and that you can call, or that you can just go and see.
We have in our country now a large disproportionate number of African American males who are disconnected from either education or employment. The Leadership Development Program is set up so that we train the next generation of leaders for our community and for our society.
I met Jake Sloan from the 100 Black Men through President McKinley Williams. We have an underrepresentation from the African American male students.
We've identified a young man who comes from a disadvantaged, at-risk background, who's very capable in the areas that we're concerned with, and he's absolutely committed to our program.
My name is Jude Anwemeka. I was raised by a single parent, my mother. My father was around at times, but he kind of had to provide for family in Nigeria. Dagi started to introduce me to the 100 Black Men. They were looking for people who needed financial support.
Jude right now is receiving a scholarship from the 100 Black Men.
We have to educate our young African American males to be competitive. We think to do that, they have to have a base in what we call the STEM areas: science, technology, engineering, and math. So our program focuses on finding young men who have demonstrated a capacity in those areas and who are also from a disadvantaged background, who can, when they're finished with the program, go back into the community and talk with the young men who are disconnected, encourage them to go in a different direction and be successful in our society.
Whenever I meet with Jake, we always have lunch, we sit down.
We give them all the financial support that they need, and we also assure that our corporate partners in this program make available to them internships for summer work.
He really gives me motivation to keep on pushing.
What we're really after ultimately is economic empowerment of our community.
The 100 Black Men are all about giving back to the community, and they've given back to me, so I guess I have to give back as well.
With the 100 Black Men, in addition to the other great things we do in education, we give out scholarships to local Bay Area students. Over the last 10 years, we've given out approximately $700,000 in scholarships. Contrary to what you read about in the papers or hear about in the news, we really have some very accomplished and successful young African Americans.
I may be the first in my family to pursue a PhD. I want to make sure that I will not have been the last. Thank you again.
We're very passionate and very clear that, education for our young people is the key to their future success.
I've been a 100 Black Men Scholarship recipient for 4 years now. It's meant a lot to have an organization that I can count on multiple times to lend their support.
Many of our students have gone on to medical school, or getting MBAs, are attending law school.
I'm very grateful to the 100 Black Men of the Bay Area for showing me this great support of my educational endeavors and helping me get through my first year in law school.
And one man who's getting kids moving, and by doing so, he is making a difference.
A health scientist is battling the epidemic of childhood obesity with the revolutionary.
Dr. Alexander began a track program at an Oakland, California elementary
Alexander's program, sponsored by 100 Black Men of the Bay Area, is in 15 schools around the Bay Area.
These children are at great risk for heart disease at a very early age and other serious health problems if we don't do something immediately.
We needed to address the issues, the risk factors that cause diabetes, the risk factor that causes hypertension, the risk factor that causes cancer and causes stroke.
We sponsor a huge clinic each year called Move for Health to provide free screenings for blood pressure and cholesterol and asthma.
Okay, I'm very interested in the health of this nation, especially the Black community. High blood pressure, cholesterol, breast cancer, and male issues is something that we need to attend to.
We found that African American youth are particularly vulnerable to health problems. Therefore, most of our resources in Move for Health are dedicated to improving the health and well-being of our children.
Ready, set.
What we do is we go into schools and we establish a track team. We'll bring in Olympic athletes, world-class runners, and they train the children themselves.
They look at tapes, they learn how to run, they learn how to pass baton, they learn how to eat, they learn how to sleep, and guess what? Their grades are coming up as well.
The program culminates with the Tommy Smith Youth Track Meet. We have over 800 kids, maybe close to 1,000 kids out here today. We just see this program growing. We are really encouraging our community to become more healthy, to eat better, exercise, so that we can avoid the high rates of cardiovascular disease and stroke and cancer and asthma that we see today.
We have got to change our mindset. The free rides are over.
One of the major initiatives of the 100 Black Men of the Bay Area is economic development. There are a variety of problems that plague the Black community. By having a strong economy, we position ourselves to overcome those issues, to overcome those problems.
Economic development, as everybody knows, is really the fundamental way you change all these issues that are hurting our community.
We put on the African American Business Roundtable, Sealing the Deal, where we brought together major players in the public and private sector with our entrepreneur community, and we said, let's strengthen our businesses.
We spend 95% of our money outside of our community. We have a net worth of 1/8 of what it is for other communities.
You're going to have contact with somebody that you didn't have contact before at the state level.
It's not just about that individual or that business making money. It's about creating employment opportunities in the community, strengthening the community.
These are $200 million, $300 million projects.
We're looking for opportunities to loan that money.
These are real opportunities.
As a member of the 100 Black Men of the Bay Area and as an entrepreneur, I'm committed to that, and I guarantee you, all of the brothers within the 100 are also committed to that.
We have brothers who are leaders in the community and brothers who are very excited about 100 Black Men.
I feel that I can help a lot of young adults just by being there for them.
I get a great sense of personal satisfaction on being able to raise money and help these young men and women go off to the colleges of their choice.
All of us got somewhere in life by the help of someone else. None of us got here on our own accord. And so it's important to remember that and to give back to the youth and to other people who are like yourself, who are struggling.
It's important that we as members of the community, certainly successful members of the community, we have a responsibility to give back to the communities we participate in.